Imagine this. You're on a date with a woman you really like. The conversation is flowing, she's laughing, you're feeling confident, but then it happens. The dreaded silence. Your mind goes blank, you scramble for words, and she starts checking her phone. Awkward, right? What if I told you that running out of things to say is not about having nothing in your head, but about knowing how to unlock an endless flow of engaging conversation? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never struggle with silence again. Most guys think they need to be super interesting, funny, or even memorize conversation starters to keep a woman engaged. But that's not true. Women don't connect through rehearsed lines. They connect through emotional energy, curiosity, and presence. Today, I'm going to teach you a bulletproof system that keeps conversations flowing naturally, makes women feel deeply connected to you, and ensures you never run out of things to say again. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 1. The mindset shift. Stop overthinking. The biggest mistake men make is overanalyzing every conversation. When you're in your head, you're not in the moment. Women sense this. Instead of worrying about what to say next, focus on listening and responding naturally. Here's how. 1. Use the curious observer technique. Approach conversations with the mindset of a curious journalist. Everything she says is an opportunity to dive deeper. Instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" ask, "What made you choose that career?" This sparks richer discussions. 2. Embrace pauses. Silence isn't bad. It creates tension and allows the conversation to breathe. Instead of rushing to fill the gap, maintain eye contact and smile. Let her be the one to break the silence. 3. Drop the need to impress. Conversations shouldn't feel like job interviews. You don't need the perfect response. Just be present. Women value authenticity over rehearsed charm. Number 2. The layering method. Keep the conversation flowing. Ever notice how great storytellers keep you hooked? They layer their conversations. Here's how you can do the same. 1. Expand on what she says. If she mentions she loves traveling, instead of just saying, "That's cool," go deeper. Ask, "What's the most unforgettable trip you've ever had?" 2. Share a related experience. If she talks about her favorite movie, share a story about how that movie impacted you. This creates an emotional exchange rather than a boring Q&A session. 3. Use open loops. Leave room for curiosity. Instead of saying, "I had an interesting experience last weekend," say, "Last weekend was crazy. I ended up in a situation I never expected. Have you ever had one of those moments?" This invites her to ask questions, keeping the conversation dynamic. Number 3. The power of playfulness and teasing. Most men keep conversations too serious, but playful teasing builds attraction. Women love a guy who can make them laugh without being rude or arrogant. Here's how you can do it naturally. If she says she loves sushi, tease her. You know, they say people who love sushi have the best taste, but also the worst decision-making skills. Should I be worried? If she claims to be a coffee addict, respond, "So you're telling me that if we ever go on a date, I'll need to budget extra for your caffeine cravings?" If she mentions she's into astrology, playfully say, "Oh great, so does that mean you're going to blame all your bad decisions on Mercury being in retrograde?" See what happened there? It's fun, light-hearted, and keeps the conversation engaging. Teasing creates playful tension, which is key to building attraction. Number 4. Mastering storytelling to keep her hooked. Women connect emotionally through stories. Instead of giving one-word answers, add flavor. If she asks, "How was your weekend?" instead of saying, "Good," paint a picture. "Crazy, actually. My friend convinced me to go on a spontaneous road trip. We got lost, found a hidden beach, and ended up meeting some locals who invited us to a bonfire. I think I discovered my new favorite adventure spot." Now, she's engaged and will likely ask more questions. That's how you make conversation stick. Use sensory details. Instead of saying, "The food was great," say, "The steak was perfectly grilled, the aroma alone made my mouth water, and the first bite melted in my mouth. It reminded me of that time I had an incredible meal at a little hidden restaurant in Italy, completely unexpected but unforgettable." Engage her imagination. If you're talking about a past trip, don't just list facts. Say, imagine standing on a quiet beach at sunset, the waves gently rolling in, and the warm breeze carrying the scent of the ocean. That's exactly what I experienced last summer. Pure magic. Number 5. The emotional echo. Technique. People love talking about themselves, but what makes a conversation memorable is how you make them feel. Instead of just reacting logically, mirror her emotions. If she says, I finally got a promotion at work, instead of saying, that's great, say, that's amazing. You must feel so proud after all the effort you put in. How did you celebrate? By echoing emotions, you create a deep emotional connection. Acknowledge and validate. If she expresses frustration about something, don't jump to solutions. Say, I get why that would be frustrating. That sounds like a tough situation. What do you think you'll do next? Use reflective listening. Instead of giving generic responses, repeat key points with curiosity. If she says, I had such a long day at work, respond, sounds exhausting. What made it feel so long? Show empathy through tone. Mirror, not just her words, but her emotions. If she's excited, match her enthusiasm. If she's down, soften your tone to reflect understanding. Number 6. How to handle awkward silences like a pro. Let's be real, silences will happen, but instead of panicking, use these tricks. 1. Call it out playfully. Whoa, did we just have a dramatic movie pause? I feel like we should insert suspenseful music right now. 2. Use a conversation reset. Ask, what's something you've been super passionate about lately? This immediately shifts the energy and reignites the discussion. 3. Make an observation. Comment on your surroundings. This place has a cool vibe. Do you usually pick spots like this? 4. Use humor. I think we just had a telepathic conversation. Did we just agree on something without speaking? 5. Use touch points. If a previous topic was fun, bring it back. Wait, you never finished telling me about that crazy trip you took? 6. Ask playful hypotheticals. If you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would you go and why? 7. Get her opinion. I need a second opinion on something ridiculous. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Now that you know how to never run out of things to say, it's time to put this into practice. Try one of these techniques on your next interaction and watch how effortlessly the conversation flows. Confidence in conversation isn't about memorizing lines. It's about being present, engaged, and genuinely interested in the other person. Every great connection starts with a simple exchange of words, and now you have the tools to keep it going effortlessly. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, which technique are you excited to try first? Or if you've had a conversation breakthrough using any of these, share your experience. I'd love to hear about it. And remember, great conversations aren't about impressing people. They're about creating genuine connections. Now go out there, spark engaging discussions, and make some magic happen.